everybody, and welcome to the 18th enigmatic episode of VG Pub on Tap. That's right. We changed the name of the show in case you have forgotten. And with me, as always, is Chris Harpster, and joining us on the line is John Majewski. Welcome to the show, guys.
Hey, you told me I was going to be on the pubcast. Wait a minute here.
No. Didn't you listen to the last show? I changed the name.
You can't go switching things on me.
Hosted on iTunes.
I'll damn it. But now I'm going to lose my train of thought. We've been gone for a few weeks. It's been a little while since we had a show. I've been pretty busy, but school and all starting for me. I think I'm kind of getting a nice pattern here of just like doing a show every other week here instead of the old weekly pattern. But
we were at a weekly pattern?
For a while, I think we did like 5 shows straight.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh.
But, yeah, about every other week's about the way to expect a show, pretty much. So.
We like to keep you guessing. Sometimes it'll be a month, sometimes it'll be a couple days.
Yeah. But as we start off every show...
delayed till March of 2007 in Europe.
Yeah. Oh, hey, well, before we talk about what games we've been playing, John, I know you said you switched site servers. Why don't you tell listeners about what's going on with the site?
Well, that's a server switch. It wasn't anything really complicated looking, but as goes with most online things, it turned complicated real quick. And there's a lot of technobabble that I could go on about, but let's just say that our scripts didn't get along with the new server. So I spent the last month or so holed up in my office trying to get it all fixed.
But now it looks better than ever, and with improvements. We got the shout box back on the forums, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, now we can, get spam another way.
Ah, but we can reply to it immediately.
Yes.
And if Ripper comes back, we'll get a lot of spam.
At least he's not trying to sell Viagra or, stolen electronics.
Yeah, or VoIP. Use our voice over IP solution.
No.
I like GB's comment. It's called Skype, dude.
Hey, I have voice over IP on my phone, and I like it. But I didn't go shopping for it on internet forums.
Especially in the spam section.
Yeah.
All right, so what games have you guys been playing lately, then?
John?
Well, I've been playing NBA 2K7 on the 360, actually, about exclusively for the last week or so. I
haven't got a chance to play it yet. It's in the queue for 360 demo downloads as I speak, but a friend of mine was telling me he played it, and he says it's like a big improvement over the last one. Would you agree with that, John? Graphically
and gameplay-wise, yes. Modes-wise, no. It's the same thing you've had for years.
Do they still got 24/7?
They do, and it's changed a little bit, and there's more of a storyline attached to it.
Oh, cool.
But it's...
kind of like NBA Ballers?
I never played NBA Ballers.
Oh.
Or, no, I did. I played the first one. But, it's just, you start out in Chicago playing street ball, and then sort of work your way up to playing in Rucker Park in New York. It's cool. It's the same stuff you did before.
Can you still get shoe endorsements and shit?
I haven't gotten one yet, but I'm not very far in it either.
Anything else, then, you've been playing?
Not really. I went back to Madden to try to get some of the achievements that I hadn't gotten yet, but haven't really been playing it.
I see your achievement score in front of me right now, man. You're almost at 10,000.
Yeah, that's nothing compared to some people out there.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for me being out of the market there up until now for almost 3 months, I would have been close to catching up with you. But now, because of UPS, I'm only at 4,000.
I say you should sue UPS because your achievement score is still down there.
Yeah, big update for me. I finally got my 360 back yesterday. Thank God.
Yeah.
UPS, those bastards. I filed a lost claim package report several weeks ago, and I guess I would have even found it if it wasn't for this one classmate of mine who works at UPS. I told him my situation, and he said he'd take a look. That was like a week or two ago, and he gives me a call. He's like, "Yeah, I think we found your package. You got to call this number and ask them to hold it for you." And I call them, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we got it right here." It turns out somehow we rerouted it to this wrong address. We've been trying to deliver it to the same address for almost every day now for the past 2 months. But we got the right address now. Do you want us to deliver to you, or we could just hold for you to pick it up? I'm like, no, don't deliver.
I'll pick it up.
Yeah, so I just got my 360 back yesterday, and I'm planning on spending the rest of this weekend playing Saints Row and Test Drive Unlimited. But up until then, I was playing just mostly I played some Mario Kart and Tetris DS last weekend, and Guitar Hero and Yakuza on PS2. Chris, what are you, man?
What were we on now? Well, I haven't really had time to play many games.
Yeah, you're just playing Cooking Mama.
Yeah, I played Cooking Mama for like 5 minutes. I was playing some Final Fantasy 11.
That's a shocker.
Well, it is. I haven't played in like 3 months.
No, don't tell me it's starting up again then.
Yep. I bought it for the Xbox 360 also.
You want to get the 360 achievements for it?
Oh, like that's even possible.
Well, what are they? Aren't they like these insane achievements? Like
yeah,
every
for
class?
every class you have to get to 75 if you want to unlock all achievements, and that's just
nuts.
Only like 3 people in the world will have that achievement if they ever wanted to. If they even own the Xbox 360, they're all in Japan, so they probably don't.
So do you got to pay an extra monthly fee then, or is it good?
Nope.
Okay.
It goes off my PC account.
That's awesome.
Then I was playing some Oblivion. I downloaded that blah 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 Razor Quest, that really old one.
Oh,
that
Marooniz or whatever.
Yeah, whatever. That place is freaking huge. It's like a whole 2 or 3 villages underground you have to go in. I literally spent hours just killing everybody there.
Yeah, I picked that up expecting it to go through really quick. I'll go pick up this super weapon. And
it's not really quick.
No, not at all.
I mean, I'm level 47. My sneak and my marksmanship are maxed at 100. I do ×3. I have like 20-something damage bow with 17 plus 60 damage arrows, and it still takes me like 7 hits to kill a person down there. It's just freaking insane. But I do kill them.
And the weapon's worth it.
Is it? I haven't even gotten that far.
Was it like
yet.
a badass sword or something?
No, it's a dagger that it's 1-hit kills if you sneak up behind them and stab them.
Awesome.
No matter what their armor, right?
Right, and you can also like roll a 1-hit kill just on straight up battles too.
Nice. And what I want to do in that game is I want to get my conjuring skill up there and be able to do that invisibility spell and enchant some of my equipment with that.
If you enchant enough equipment with that, you're invisible completely.
Chameleon, spell.
I've done that. You can't have it equipped all the time though, because it just makes the game way too easy.
I'll probably equip it up to 80% so that I give them some chance.
Since we're on the topic of 360 RPGs, are you guys gonna download that PSU demo?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I never really was into Phantasy Star.
I got the
Sorry.
I had the one on Xbox. That was pretty good.
For about an hour or 2.
And then I was playing co-op with my brother, and I was having a blast. You could do split screen on that. And we did 4-player split screen, and that was fun. But then my brother decided to play it and get ahead of me. And like next time I got to play was a couple weeks later. And my guy was still like level 9. All of a sudden he's like, "Oh, I'm level 65, and I got all these badass weapons, and I can kill all these enemies in one kill while you're just trying your heart out to beat them." It's like not even fun anymore.
Yeah. Damn you, Joey.
Yeah. But moving on to our topics for the show today. Recently, this past week, both GameStop, EB, nationwide retailer chain here in the U.S. they started doing their PS3 and Wii pre-orders. You guys managed to get any of those?
I'm in for the PS3.
I got the Wii.
Why did you decide to go with the PS3 there, John? Or how were you able to get it all right? Was there like a line wherever you went?
Now, I'm pretty, fairly in at GameStop. I know both managers and almost everybody that works there. So I put $50 on it back in March. So they called me up Monday and said, "Hey, if you come bring another $50 in tonight, we'll make sure you're on the list for tomorrow." So I brought in my $50, number 2 on the list, and it'll be waiting for me.
Awesome. Now, are you going to be fearing any having a bad launch day system at all?
You know, I really don't care.
As long as you have the warranty, right?
Yeah, I probably will buy a warranty because I've had terrible luck with PlayStation 2.
I hear you.
Yeah, Dale has. I have when it got hit by lightning.
Well, you can't expect it to, make it through a power surge though, like that. Come on.
Yeah.
I did.
Wow.
Not even the GameCube survived that one.
You reserve any games then for PS3, John?
No, I'm relying on Sony and all the other third parties to send me games.
Awesome.
Resistance Fall of Man. That'd be the only title I'm interested in at launch.
Don't they got a Hot Shots golf game coming out?
Not at launch.
Oh, bummer. Motorstorm looks pretty cool too.
Yeah, Motorstorm looks cool. I read a preview for it. I think it was in EGM. They're talking about how when you pass somebody, the other drivers will flip you off and start yelling at you. And they've given the drivers, you can interact with each other instead of just racing the cars.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold off on the PS3 for at least a good 6 to 8 months. Besides Motorstorm, there's not really a game I want for it right away. And I figure about 6 to 8 months afterwards, I could probably walk in the store and get one. They'll be readily available.
Yeah, I'll probably wait till at least next year, like February or something. That way they'll hopefully be done with some of the bugs that are in the first generation. And they'll, be a lot more common.
But the Blu-ray. How can you be without the Blu-ray?
Hey, Blu-ray.
I got DVD. I don't need Blu-ray.
Blu-ray and HD DVD, man. The movies are actually starting to get some widespread retail shelf space. I see them on sale at Target now.
If I want Blu-ray, I'll buy one of those. NEC just came out with a chip that decodes both Blu-ray and HD-DVD, and it's the same cost as a Blu-ray or HD-DVD decoder chip. So if I do get an HD DVD/Blu-ray player, it'll be one using that NEC chip. So there goes Sony's Steam.
From everything I've read, the HD DVD looks better anyway. So
yeah, it's 6 times the resolution of DVD, which is higher than 1080p.
Yeah.
Which is more than I need. My TV won't do 1080p.
I think that unless you got like a super advanced HD TV, I think the difference between DVD or HD/Blu-rays, the difference is probably minimal.
Probably, yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, encounter any problems getting the Wii pre-order?
Nothing.
Cool. You reserve any games then for it?
I reserve Legend of Zelda, Twilight Princess, and Red Steel. Okay. And a Wiimote Classic.
Oh, the Virtual Console remote?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, Nintendo, they released a recent PR stating that they upgraded their worldwide launch units available from 1 million to 2 million.
Yep, because the production was because it had such a great production.
And with that in mind, I was just thinking, wow, this sounds like there's going to be a heck of a lot of units available. So I'm just going to take my chances, and I'm just going to try walking into Best Buy, Target, wherever, try and get one on launch day, just right when the store opens. And if they're all sold out, I could wait a few weeks, because it sounds like Nintendo's going to be really pumping these units out.
Yeah.
I see the Wii as being kind of like the DS, where it's going to take a good 6-8 months before something that takes advantage of the hardware comes along.
Yeah.
Because the launch games for the Wii just do nothing for me right now.
Wii Sports, man, Wii Sports.
What about Zelda?
I'm getting it for GameCube.
In December.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm awfully curious to see how the reviews rate the GameCube and Wii versions on the control factor.
I just want to dual wield katanas. Is that so wrong?
Yeah.
Well, no, not at all. But it would be nice if you could do more than angled slash, sideways slash, block.
Yeah. Madden does look kind of cool for it, though. I saw a video demonstration on how on how they showed the Wiimote working for it, doing kicks and different types of passes and running back moves. But the graphics just don't cut it for me now with the awesomeness. I've been spoiled too for the 360 version.
Nah, the graphics of the Wii will never be the same as 360 or PS3. That's just a given because of the hardware restrictions.
But it still could be better than, say, the original Xbox.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, maybe just a little
The
bit
stuff
better.
we've seen so far hasn't been, but,
Red
specs-wise,
Steel's showing some potential.
Yeah. So is Twilight Princess, but Metal Slug Anthology's gonna rule them all. Nah. Those graphics are sweet.
With Guitar Hero 2 coming out, I'm not going to need many more interactive games.
Yeah.
Guitar Hero 2 is going to kick ass. Are you going to wait for the 360 version or get PS2?
I can't wait. I'm just going to get the PS2 version.
Same here.
Same here.
Awesome.
Imagine if they added an online mode.
That'd be pretty sweet, actually. We'd be jamming.
Oh, dude.
Yeah,
oh no, lag!
Oh, lag could fuck that game up big
time. Yeah.
All I needed to see was Freebird on that list, and I'm sold.
Yeah.
Skinner rocks, dude.
There's 65 songs or something in that game?
What was it? I think it was 54?
Is it? I thought it's 40 in the regular career, and then I thought it was 24, 25 bonus songs you can unlock.
Are there that many bonus songs? Wow.
I think so, but I'm not sure.
I'm going with that. They might have announced more since the last time I heard, because I think the last thing I heard about it was E3.
Harmonix is now owned by MTV, so who knows?
I posted that news article with all the main track listings. They said they're gonna not release the list of bonus tracks.
Yeah.
Right. Well, the bonus tracks aren't going to be songs that we've heard, most likely. It's all going to be original stuff.
Although this month, I think it's official PlayStation Magazine had a Guitar Hero 2 demo in it, and they had 4 playable songs. I can't remember all of them. You Really Got Me Now, Strutter. I can't remember, but I didn't even see those in the list of playable songs, so they might have been some of the bonus songs.
3-button notes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
One of my friend's girlfriends was playing it, and she was playing it on hard. And at the very end of, I think she was playing Strutter, a 3-button, 3-key, or 3-fret button combination came up, and we were just shocked when we saw that. We're like, just give me Corporal Tunnel now, get it over with.
Carpal tunnel.
Who cares?
Not Corporal Tunnel.
The Army can get it too.
Corporal Tunnel, that could be, we could make a cartoon.
Like Corporal Clank. Just not...
That's Colonel.
Don't. Or Corporal... What's another Corporal?
Corporal Cajun.
Sure. Let's go with that one.
Old WCW wrestler, you probably don't know.
No, I don't.
But, alright, our main topic for this show, or feature, is about a couple months ago, this old, late 80s classic film, The Wizard. If you haven't heard of it, it features Fred Savage, which you probably remember from he's most famous from being on the Wonder Years long-running old TV show. This movie, The Wizard, features on how these 3 kids go to Los Angeles to compete in a video game tournament. And this whole thing is just a big NES love fest. And it just came out on DVD a couple months ago. And Chris and I, we just got done watching it, and we figured there's probably been at least a good generation of new gamers that haven't even heard or at least experienced this movie, and we thought we'd just give it a nice, good retrospective on it. Now, John, you said you haven't watched it in a while. What are your memories from it off the top of your head?
Oh, God. I think I was probably...
Drunk?
12. Yeah, I'm drunk when I'm 12.
Why not?
No, I don't think I've seen it since I was probably 12, so my memory is really vague. And it's not because I was...
And he's like 50 now, so it's like...
The game did not come out in 1950.
And
it came out
in like, what, 88, 89 around there?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so you do the math there, okay? If I was, say, 12 in 1989, I wouldn't be 50 now, now would I?
This podcast brought to you by the future.
All right. There's actually a few big stars that are in this movie. I guess Nintendo or whoever funded it must have went all out to get it, because besides like super young Fred Savage is in here, Christian Slater is in here, and I think this was probably before he got big, but you probably if you don't remember him in this movie, he is more known to be in Interview with the Vampire and as recent as other video game movies as Wii Bowl blockbuster Alone in the Dark. And they also got Beau Bridges in here. He's like been in everything.
Yeah. He's
now,
like
I'm not in
like
the same
Kevin
room
Bacon.
with you. I'm not in the same room with you, but you did you say Wii Bowl blockbuster Alone in the Dark with a straight face?
No, he didn't. He was cracking up here. He was like, yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that's clear.
That movie is awesome, man.
Yeah, Alone in the Dark was a good.
Did you even see it?
Game.
I haven't.
Yeah.
You saw the movie?
Yeah, and I played the game.
I did.
Neither of them were that great.
Yeah, I think I have no idea how Christian Slater got the lead role for that, but yeah, the main story is this Fred Savage's character Corey, his little brother Jimmy. He's traumatized because his twin sister died in a drowning accident a couple of years earlier, and so.
Don't forget to give a spoiler alert, Dale.
Look, nobody's gonna watch Track Down.
A spoiler on a 20-year-old game or a 20-year-old movie.
Not quite 20 years old.
Wow.
But yeah, so these two brothers, I guess Jimmy, the younger brother who's traumatized, he keeps wanting he only says almost one word throughout the entire movie. California. Yeah, and he wants to go down to California like it's a big sign or something. So, and he's in like a mental institution or something like that. So I guess Fred Savage's character Corey, he decides to break his little brother Jimmy out of the institution, and they hop into the back of a Hostess bread truck and decide to start their long journey to California from Utah. And along the way, they encounter another character, Haley, who's played by Jenny Lewis. And I was looking on her IMDb database entry. She hasn't been in a single movie since 2001, so she's dropping off the face of the earth. But she discovers that Jimmy playing Double Dragon, and they're amazed, and she's amazed at his high score. And she points Jimmy and Corey out that there's a big video game tournament going on in California, in Los Angeles. So now their journey has meeting. So they decide to make their long trek to California.
Meanwhile, their parents are scared stupid, and they hire a private investigator / jackass person to follow them and bring them back home.
Yeah, they make this professional child tracker out to be like a freaking pedophile.
Yeah, really. My favorite line in that whole movie. He touched my breast.
Yeah.
God, I miss movies from the 80s.
Yeah, well, like this child tracker, he interferes with the kid's dad and the older brother the kid's dad's played by Beau Bridges, and the older brother's Christian Slater, and they're also trying to track him down, and the child tracker is interfering with them because he doesn't want him to find him first so he can get the payoff. And he interferes with them in ways where he pulls a knife on them in the middle of broad daylight, in the middle of the street, and slashes their tires.
And there's an old guy watching, and he's just...
Yeah. So, the movie it just does all types of forms of ridiculous. But, yes. And meanwhile, the kids, they're all practicing their mad gaming skills. Eventually, they meet their arch rival named Lucas. And he's played by a guy named Jackie Vincent, another guy who's dropping off the face of the earth, who hasn't even been in movies since the early 90s. But I guess, hey John, you gotta at least remember the part in the movie where they show off the Power Glove looking like the most kick-ass accessory in the planet, right?
Oh yeah, of course. It sold millions of people on it, I'm sure.
The Power Glove, I love this.
Yeah, the kid Lucas, he takes the Power Glove out of a suitcase, a big metal case, and he plays Rad Racer with it. And all he does, he's just moving it at the...
Just like you'd move a steering wheel with one arm.
Yeah, he's moving it with the... He puts the power glove on, and he's using it just to steer the freaking control for
but
the race car.
The one thing I love about the power glove is when he's starting it up, he does that sequence from First Encounters of the Third Kind. Do 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 do.
Yeah, he presses some buttons to turn the game on.
Yeah,
but
and it makes that thing.
He gets done playing, and he says this one quote, which is freaking weird. He says, "I love the power glove. It's so bad."
Yeah.
And then Fred Savage responds while clutching his girl Haley there. He's like, "Just keep your power gloves off her, buddy."
Wow, that's genius.
Nice 80s, classic 80s.
Another thing about the quotes here is that for a film about Nintendo games, and everybody realized back in the NES era, or not everybody, but back in the NES era, Nintendo had a very strict policy about language and violent content in their games. Just watching this now for the first time in several years, I was surprised that there's several vulgar curse words in I can't even talk featured in the movie. I got a couple quotes. Frickin' Fred Savage, he's bragging up his brother. He kicks ass at Double Dragon. And then Bo Bridges yells out chicken shit. And there's a few other words. I was just watching it again and just realizing how Nintendo was back then. I was surprised to see how these cursing was found throughout the movie in there.
Did Nintendo actually fund the movie or anything, or is it just product placement?
That'd be a lot of product placement.
Yeah. Well,
it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, the NES is featured throughout at least half the movie, the system, always in the background, the controllers and everything. And how they showcase Super Mario Brothers 3.
Yeah, and the Power Glove.
Yeah. But anyways, this whole thing culminates in the two brothers and Haley. They eventually make it to Los Angeles and compete in this video game tournament. And in the final round of the video game tournament is Super Mario Brothers 3, a game which nobody has played, and neither has America, because when this movie came out, Super Mario Brothers 3 wasn't out yet. So this was like...
But oddly, they knew how to like fly with the raccoon and grab the turtle shells and everything.
And find the warp zones.
Yeah. Which was really...
But from a marketing standpoint, this was pretty genius. Getting the sequel to one of the best-selling series of all time featured in a mainstream movie, it's no wonder it helped Super Mario Brothers 3 become the best-selling video game of all time worldwide.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they end up competing in this video game tournament with Mario Brothers 3, and Jimmy wins it, and everybody lives happily ever after.
Except for the child searcher dude, who, I don't know.
But
they never know what happens to him.
After watching again, Chris, what was your thoughts on the movie? Did you like it or hate it, whatever, just as much as your initial viewing so many eons ago?
Well, the plot was really thin. It was kind of stupid.
Yeah.
The acting was okay, but overall, I wouldn't buy it, but it was a decent movie.
For me, it was more of a nostalgia trip than anything. Yeah. Just seeing a lot of the NES games they featured.
Laughing at it, yeah.
Yeah, and laughing at the crappy dialogue and horrible acting.
I remember a couple instances where we actually rewinded the movie and, holy crap, was that the Advantage controller? Holy crap. They even had that stupid thumb pad controller that you actually controlled with your thumb rather than...
The Turbo?
I don't remember what it was called. I used to have one. It didn't have a D-pad. It had like a touch pad instead.
Right, it was like a little sliding thumb.
Yeah, you slid your thumb over it, yeah.
Kind of like this mouse pad for laptops.
Well, it was like the PSP analog stick, kind of.
Oh, okay.
Like
gotcha. Yeah, I thought the movie, pretty nostalgic trip, pretty, crappy dialogue, crappy plot, pretty thin, but it was great kind of reliving some of those good old NES days growing up on it. A lot of it kind of hit home, but overall 1 to 10, I probably can't go higher than a 5 on it. But John, if you'd have to rate it from what you remember on it, what would you have to say about the film?
Inconclusive.
Gotcha.
My fuzzy memory isn't helping. But if I find it cheap on eBay, I'll check it out and get back to you on that.
That's probably where you're only going to find it, because when it came out, I was tracking it down, the release date, and I went to Best Buy to get it. And they didn't get any copies of it on when it came out. You could only order it from their website. So Best Buy ordered it off their website for me and mailed it to me. And that's how I got the game. So, yeah, probably the only way you're going to find this is unless you have a very massive DVD retailer in your town. Is probably going to be only online, and there's not really any extras or anything with it. I guess I remember reading online over the past couple of years, there kind of was like a strong demand for this movie, surprisingly, because it wasn't released on DVD before. And I guess probably I think Universal did this because it's in Universal Studios, the whole last few scenes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess Universal must have just heard the demand and goes, fine, we'll just lazily slap this on DVD, get it out there just to shut these people up.
Yeah.
Because there's no extras or anything. There's not even a chapter selection off the DVD menus.
But there is languages.
Yeah, you can choose subtitles, that's about it. And only English subtitles.
What?
Is it at least a quality transfer?
Yes, I was going to say, I was surprised that the really good transfer. There's, unlike some older DVDs I got, which seems like the transfer was straight from the theater with all the crap, grain and all that. No, really good transfer. Very good job.
Excellent.
But, yeah, there you go. The Wizard, if you want to experience what, if you're 13 to 16, what our generation was, like about 15 years ago. The NES generation. Trip down memory lane.
Pick up the Wizard.
Check it out. But, all right. Okay, now for our next part of the show. You heard us numerous times, almost every show from the very beginning, beg for you to send email. And now we finally got one. After 17 episodes, we got our very first email.
Thank you, Iron Muffin.
By the Iron Muffin. But I know this guy. He actually posts on another forum board I post at teamfremont.com, another gaming site. But yeah, Iron Muffin. This is his letter. What's up, guys? First off, let me say you guys are doing a great job. Keep the episodes coming. I've been listening for the past half dozen or so shows, but just now decided to write in. Next, I want to get your thoughts on arcades. Not the Xbox Live arcade, but real, tangible, physical arcades. Memories, opinions on them. Are they still anywhere where you are? Would you like to see them come back? I personally miss the days of going to a place called Diamond Gyms and spending countless hours and funds there playing all the arcades they had. Unfortunately, that place is long dead, and the only arcade is a crappy one inside of a movie theater, steak rink, putt place. We need to bring back these independent arcades and get real interaction back in the world of gaming. Like I said, you all are doing a good job, and you definitely help get me through the work week. Cheers, the Iron Muffin. Thanks for writing in, man.
Yep. Thanks for
thanks, Mr. Muffin.
Yeah.
Only person who writes in.
Yeah. You will be in our Hall of Fame. But
I guess we're going to have to move those spam emails off the top shelf and put him up there now, huh?
Yeah. But you heard his question. What are your guys' opinions on arcades? Do you still frequent them at all, or?
Not at all. There's really no need to anymore, but yeah, there's quite a few arcade places in town. There's
only one actual arcade in our town.
Yeah, but there's
in the mall, local mall.
Yeah, it's called the Circus, right?
Yep, the Circus Arcade. But
yeah, but there's like in the Carmike, there's a couple of arcade machines.
Yeah, in the movie theaters, they got lots of arcade games. I think the movie theaters is like the more of the arcade scene I like.
They have in the Grand Cities Mall now. Don't they have little arcades?
Yeah, they got it scattered about, but we only got one actual true arcade in the mall, and I don't like that one because they got all these crazy. The machines they got now there are all these big bulky machines that require you to do. They're just not the old style arcade games. You can go up, pop a quarter in and play. And now they're like $1 to $2 just to play for 10 to 15 minutes, if that.
If the arcade machine accepts credit cards, don't use it.
Yeah.
But I remember as a kid always going down to, it was called Showbiz Pizza, now it's called Chuck E. Cheese's, if people would remember that chain. And playing Tron, and playing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, and we pumped a lot of quarters into those games. And we played a couple others too, I can't remember them all.
Yeah, I like the good old days of the arcade where you could just walk up to...
That was way back in the 80s.
Some of my favorite arcade games I used to pump countless quarters in. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, that was an awesome game.
X-Men. The Simpsons.
X-Men, yeah.
WWF WrestleFest.
The Simpsons had the best arcade. I love that.
Oh, The Simpsons was an awesome arcade game.
Yeah.
Along with X-Men and the Turtles.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, those were good times. And NFL Blitz and NBA Jam, of course. Lots
you
of
guys
good
remember,
times.
Do you remember the old Nintendo arcades where you could pick the game? It'd have like Castlevania, it'd have Super Mario Brothers.
Oh, yeah. Yep, I've seen those.
That one got me every time because it was at Godfather's, and we used to go there for dinner. It's like, I want to say every week, like a weekly buffet thing at Godfather's. The whole family went, and I would just sit there the whole time playing Castlevania on the little Nintendo arcade machine.
All right.
Yeah, I remember, well, they made an attachment called the jukebox for, I know the Genesis and SNES had it, but I don't know if the NES had it, where you could actually put a bunch of games into the jukebox and you can select, kind of like a system selector, but you can select between games, which game your system played. I don't remember if they had that for the NES, though. But that's kind of like what you're talking about.
And you guys ever get into fighting games at the arcade back in their heyday in the early 90s? Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter 2?
I did Street Fighter.
Street Fighter 2.
A little bit of Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, I did those two mostly.
And Tekken when that came out.
Oh yeah, Tekken and Virtua Fighter, yep.
Not Virtual Fighter. I didn't really like that series.
Street Fighter 2 was one of those things where you'd play at your local grocery store, because back then arcade games were everywhere. I mean, they'd be in the grocery store, they'd be in restaurants, every strip mall had.
There was this thing on G4 when it was still good. On Icons, it was where they had the downfall of the video game industry, and they were talking about in the arcade boom, they had arcade machines everywhere, including funeral homes.
Wow.
Which just seems like a very odd place to have it to me.
A little bit.
So what are your guys' thoughts on the arcade industry now then? Like,
I think
it's not very strong.
No, I think there's really no need for it, but
like if I'm at the movie theater and I got a bit of a wait, I'll pop in a couple quarters on the NFL Blitz and Hydro Thunder machines that have been there for years.
Like our movie theater here that we go to when we go to movies, I look at the arcade machines. I have that game. I have that game. I have that game.
Right. Or it looks better, it plays better, or whatever. At home.
That looks better on the Dreamcast. What the? Yeah.
The arcade games that's one place where the games need to be innovative, and they just haven't been.
Yeah, I mean, there's certain niche stuff that arcades can do well. Like you remember that widescreen, or actually it was two TVs hooked back to back of some Marvel game?
That was X-Men.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay. X-Men, yeah. Mutant Apocalypse, wasn't it?
Just regular X-Men.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. Hey, John, remember, I think the last good arcade that I remember going to was when we were in California for E3 in 2003. Remember when we went with all those guys?
Yeah, that was a really cool one. And it was a very, happening place. There were all the nice cars parked outside. You had people, rolling up in skylines, and it was like I was in a time warp. But everybody was my age. It was weird.
They get out in their pimp suit. Hey, man.
It was in Koreatown, a place called Arcade Infinium. That place, and they had so many kick-ass games. And they had stools, actually, so you could sit up right next to the games and play them all. It was not the biggest place, but they crammed in a lot of arcade games on there. It was great.
Do you remember that boxing game that was there?
Yep.
That was a blast.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it anywhere since. I probably never will again, but I love that game.
The pads would pop up at you, and you got to hit them, and you put on actual gloves.
Yeah.
I got a few pictures of me post. I might have to dig those
You know,
up and post them.
They have that game in Shenmue 2, if you want to play it.
Oh, I've
Is it
better crack
Shenmue
that
2
back
or
open.
1?
I don't remember, but probably the second one. Yeah, that was a kick-ass arcade. That was the last time I could probably say I had a blast at the arcade.
Now, if you want an arcade to be good, something like Guitar Hero in an arcade would be just awesome.
Yeah, and the staple arcade game, Dance Dance Revolution.
That's played out though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but all arcades seem to have that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, but since DDR though, what's been the big, revolutionary arcade game? DDR's been out forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's time for something else to make a splash in the arcade industry here.
Guitar Hero.
Yeah. They need something.
They have that Drum Mania. For yeah, it's like a Japanese game.
I've heard of that.
The Japanese have a lot of arcades over there. That's a big business over there.
Yeah. Well, here locally we've got a few smaller ones, and then downtown Seattle has the Sega GameWorks, or it used to be Sega GameWorks. I think it's now just GameWorks. But
you can actually drink alcohol there, right?
They do have a bar upstairs.
Aw.
But you can't take your drink down on the games.
Woo, let's go down to the Pac-Man.
But even
let's
there,
go dance and DDR drunk. All right.
Even there, you go in there and you just don't see a whole lot that you haven't already played. There was a cool one I saw a couple years ago where you're a firefighter and you had a little your own hose and you're going there hosing down all the fires and everything. But there
Don't
wasn't
tell that
anything
to Jeremy.
to it.
He'll love it. Jeremy and his firefighting games, just like Kim Possible.
Oh God.
And Lupin the Third.
If anybody out there in cyberspace is looking for a Kim Possible preview, we have got it on the site.
Courtesy of the world.
What's the Switch or something?
Yeah. Courtesy of the world's #1 Kim Possible fan.
How that came to be, I have no idea.
Jeremy.
Yeah.
The only place where you can find not one but 2 Kim Possible threads. But thanks again for the letter, Iron Muffin. Really appreciate it. If any of you guys want to write in to us, we'll definitely read your letter on the air and respond. The email address is mailbag@vgpub.com. There's also another option if you'll go to the site vgpub.com on the navigation bar on the right. Scroll down, there's a mailbag option. There's an online text field. You could type in your question or feedback and click send, and it automatically be sent to us. So 2 ways to easily interact with us. We definitely want to hear your guys' thoughts on the show. Thanks again, Iron Muffin.
Yeah, it's really easy. Don't be afraid. It's not it's real technologically advanced. You just go to the form, fill it out, hit send.
Piece of cake.
Yeah, nothing to it.
All right. Well, with that said, that wraps up our 18th episode. As I said before, send us an email, mailbag@vgpub.com, and make sure to check out our main page, vgpub.com, for all the latest news and reviews. Chris and John, thanks for coming on the show. And you got anything else you want to say before we head out of here?
Gears of War.
Doctors are your friend.
Gotcha. All right.
Take your word unknown.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you guys all next time.
Later.
Bye-bye.
Put your right hand in the box.
What's in the box?